What it is, what it was, what it shall be. What's up, everybody? We're back again. Video 116. The galley is rowed through all that's seen. The Argo sails in 116. This is probably version 3 or 4 of this video because I'm refining my process. I'm realizing I really have to correct how I speak and the words that I say and how I express my ideas. And I need to do so in a non-shaming and non-critical way. And what that means is pointing out the problems without shaming and blaming. It's a hard thing to do. I'm an angry person by nature. I'm very passionate and I get angry a lot. And I blame people for what they've done to hurt me and I get angry, and that's not part of the solution. So I deleted those videos. Hopefully I'll reiterate most of the good information from them eventually. But today we're doing something very specific because today is a day, first of all, it's the holy sacred day of Venus. It's either in or really close to the hour of Venus right now. I think it's probably at the tail end. But anyways, we're worshiping Venus, the goddess, the mother goddess that gives life, the earthly giver of all life, the goddess of sensuality, sexuality, beauty, passion, every form of artistry. And something a lot of people forget about: math. Mathematics comes from Ma'at and Mama, math. It's her counting science, right? She gives us the Mala, starts with Ma, Dharma, you know, she's the basis of everything good, everything that's been associated with rationality and male priesthoods and everything. They all steal it from her. And there's a way they can't hide it because all the popes wear dresses, okay? And robes, you know what I mean? This is always how it is. They're goddess worshippers, okay? They're doing a bad job and they're counterfeiting all her shit and not giving her credit. So that's one of the things I'm trying to reverse. But I got a lot of stories today about how magic really works and awesome things. And I don't know if this can even be seen, but what I'm showing is that's a rune that I drew in the dirt because I knew this is earth magic, right? And I was drawing this rune in the dirt probably 2 months ago. And this is right in the middle of a footpath. So I guarantee you hundreds, literally hundreds of people have walked over this thing. But the essence of its shape is still there. Mother Fae and Mother Frey is at the core of it, as always, as is the most appropriate. But anyway, and this is Gandalf's rune. That's another proof of what I'm saying. Even the old man wizard Gandalf, his rune is a Feu. That's Frey. That's his mother. He's there to protect her. It's a Feu with 4 dots all around it because he has to protect her from every side. Not because she's weak, okay, but because it frees her up to do her stuff. Life-giving, beauty, opulence, sexuality. It frees her up because the man's purpose is to keep her safe so that she can do her thing, because she doesn't like to be about violence and destruction. She has that power and she can flex it. And believe me, you do not want to see Mama Bear get pissed. You probably die if you witness that. It's not fun. It's not something you want to fuck around with. But let's talk about Venus and what she's all about. So first of all, when I come to give these Venus offerings, I give her in accord to her nature and in accord to what I want to receive. So, you know, this is my physical body. This is whatever level of beauty that I possess and physical strength and health. And I do feel very strong and I do feel full of energy and full of sexual force and desire and passion. It's never been shortage of that in my life. So I offer that to the goddess. And what I mean when I say that is, I want her to show me what to do with it, because this is her stuff. This body, she gave that to me. My voice, this is all her gifts. My mind, you know, starts with M for mama. You don't have a mind, you don't have mentation and mentality without mama. She gives that to you. So I'm here to offer that to her. I'm giving it back. I'm offering it to her and saying, show me what to do. Show me how to use this in a beautiful, harmonious, life-giving way and to restore the proper relationship between mans and ladies, you know? We need to fix this shit because it's all fucked up, okay? And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about beauty and desire. Check this out. This is my offering for the goddess, you know? I got all these pennies. Let's talk about copper. This is Venus's sacred metal, okay? It's probably the most undervalued commodity, you know? Okay, so here's a perfect example of what I'm saying. If you have pennies, let's look at these. 1969 right there. If you have pennies from before 1982, I checked maybe 10 years ago. 10 years ago, a pre-1982 penny is worth about 2.5 cents, maybe more than that now. So this is what I mean. The copper in that penny is worth more than the monetary value that's exchanged for. And that's a perfect example of this condition that we're in, okay? And okay, so I want to dedicate this video particularly to some very important females in my life. And, you know, they're my teachers, okay? So when I started this, I was trying to connect with a wise community of elders, right? And, you know, it all came back to me. So many of my teachers, like today I watched this amazing video from Guiding Star Astrology in Ksenia. And both of the Ksenias are amazing and wise, and they have taught me so much. And the thing is, knowingly or unknowingly, when you put out your content from the soul, it all echoes and comes back to you, right? And this has been happening for me. And so everybody needs to go watch Guiding Star Astrology, the video that she put out today about Venus Lucifera, the goddess, the mother goddess, and the serpent goddess of nature. This is where we need to be. And that's what Christianity is and should be and was at the beginning. It was a goddess cult of fertility, and it was a sex cult, okay? In the positive, life-giving sense. Everybody loves sex. If you don't love sex, there's something wrong with you. That's your problem. Don't blame sex. Don't blame the sexy goddess for your problems, you know? She's trying to give you exactly what you want and exactly what you need. And whatever problems that arise with that is on you. And that's the truth. That's the triple truth, Ruth. So yeah, Christianity is a goddess cult. They don't understand that. And they're trying to flip it all around. And that's why everything's fucked up. And I've gone over this so many times, I don't need to go over it. But let's talk about these pennies and how copper conducts magnetic and electrical energy. And it's a source of great power, okay? And it's undervalued. So I'm taking all these pennies that I've been, who knows, there's probably at least $30 of pennies right here. It was heavy to carry it out here. You know what I mean? So these have just been gathering, you know, taking up space. This unconverted wealth. And so one of Venus's rulerships and the proper pursuit during her holy days and hours is that of our, you know, kind of wealth in the sense of our liquid assets, things that we give in exchange back and forth for our immediate needs and our material needs like food and medicine and beauty and all that kind of thing. So that's her copper right there. And so I give her offerings. I brought so many offerings. And like I said in my previous videos, I've been a goddess worshiper my entire life, but it's been really confusing because her faith and her teachings and her religion has been hidden and shamed. You know, by the time I was 16 or 17, I started studying Taoism, which is a form of sexual alchemy, okay? The yin yang, you never separate those. If yin and yang separate, that's death. That's how death occurs. You do not want that, okay? So, but yet, you know, when I was growing up and going to church in Sunday school, when they were teaching me these retarded, corrupted adaptations of these ancient myths, you know, they would say how the yin-yang symbol is a satanic symbol. People actually say stuff like that, and it's still going on. Because they're so fragile. Their bullshit lie is so fucking fragile. They have to hide and shame and conceal every other religion on earth to prevent people from realizing that their religion's fake, that it's not real, and that the correct version of it would agree with every other religion, because there's only one truth, and it's Mama. She's the one that gives us everything, okay? You negate her, you have a shitty life, and you're enslaved, okay? Instead of just going outside and eating these plantains and these, you know, leafy green, mustard greens and clovers and all this natural shit that's everywhere in total abundance, you become a fucking slave. You devalue Mama's copper, you know, you devalue her currency, the worth. You know, look at this beautiful green color that we have from Sprouts Market, right? All the greens are Venus's sacred color of life. And that's what we offer to her, all our life force. We receive it from her, and we need to give it back to her and ask her, Mama, what do I do with this? What is this for? What is the proper, harmonious, life-giving purpose of all this substance that she gives us? And that's what I'm doing. I'm dedicating my voice. I'm dedicating my physical body. I'm dedicating all my body's energy, my sexual energy, my intellectual willpower, my words. Everything I have, I give to the Mama. And I say, what do I do? What is this for? How do I put this back into the matrix and build your web and sew it and stitch it all back together, okay? So secondly, I want to dedicate this video to Tracy Twyman, one of the greatest researchers ever, and she was into the occult, and she used psychic and spiritual methodology to find out shit and discover hidden secrets that no one else had ever published, and it caused her a lot of hardship in her life, and she potentially lost her life due to this reason for tangling with this pedophile cult. And so I'm here to finish her work, and part of this offering for the goddess is to help me finish Tracy's work for her. and bust and crush and expose this wicked cabal who has been abusing the sexual force of the planet and trying to separate humanity from the mother. I vow and I offer my life to finish her work and to crush the cult and to bring Mama's religion back and make it sacred again, and make and try to hopefully teach people, and males too, how to participate in the goddess cult and how to do it the right way. You know, we're not devalued by honoring the feminine, okay? By saying that the goddess runs everything. That does not devalue us, okay? We're just smart, okay? Like I said, most of our DNA comes from the mom. She gives us more than the dad. And her DNA, it doesn't mutate as much. So this is a stretch that goes all the way back to the past. But the necessity of the males is for change and evolution. We're the force of change. And we're the shock troops that go out on the front lines and protect baby and mama. While mama's vulnerable feeding the baby and carrying the baby in her belly, man fights and secures the perimeter and protects her. And that's why we're here. And if you're not doing that as a man, you know, at least spiritually protecting the rights of the feminine, you know, standing up for her, you're going to have a bad life, and you're probably going to be a slave, and you're probably going to be in one of these butt sex cults of the Masons and the Catholics and all their stuff. So don't do that. It's not fun. It's not good. It's going to make you really unhappy, and you'll probably die fighting for their gold and diamonds in the Middle East or something like that if you do that. So we don't want to do that. But like I said, it's all about our offerings that we give to the goddess, you know, like. The great thing about being a goddess worshiper is she gives you art, she gives you beauty, she gives you a love of beauty and the pursuit of beauty. You know, like I said, by the time I was 16 or 17, even though I was told it was evil by everybody, all my family and everyone, I was studying Taoism and I was learning about Tantra, you know, all the symbolism and the occult and the Kabbalah and all the secret women's mysteries that are mislabeled. I was learning them all, and I especially loved plants and natural medicine. And I could see that, you know, the ganja has a great power for us. If we use it with respect and wisdom, it has an amazing healing power. Most people are not doing that. Like all the mother's gifts, it's been profaned and abused, and it's continuing to be, and they're trying to genetically modify it so that it doesn't help us as much. But anyway, my point is, I offer beauty. She gives me the love of beauty and creativity, so I give her beauty. I create beauty. This is all a love story that I wrote, that I'm working on. It's my process of learning what real love is. It's a long process, and it's been very painful because I was deep in the programming, and I still am. But the difference is now I'm praying to the goddess to help me out and straighten me out and pull me out of it all. Because Tara, you know, the most ancient goddess on the planet may be Tara. And this could be where Ishtar and stuff comes from, Tara, this Buddhist goddess. And there were statues of Tara in Afghanistan in the Swat Valley. You notice all the places the American military wants to bomb, and the Catholics and all that stuff, they always want to bomb Padmasambhava and the place of this goddess cult with these statues in Afghanistan of Tara that go back maybe 3,000 years, you know, very, very ancient. It's the oldest religion on the world, and it's all about her. Tara is the goddess of the thread and the string, and she's the goddess of the ocean, just like Ishtar. You know, she guides the ships at sea with her stars and her stellar navigation, but she has this thread, okay, because we're all like the lotus in the mud. We're at the root of the lotus, underneath all the muck and the mire, and we're all meshed in that. And we need her holy thread to the stars to uplift us and enlighten us, right? So I've been praying to her, and I've been working on this process for her. And I'm going to tell another story, because part of this is about money magic. This is about abundance, right? And so I'm here before the mama, and I'm confessing all my sins to her, and I'm telling her how I've been doing it wrong, and I know I've been doing it wrong, and I'm repenting of that and saying, help me turn around. And she knows that I've foregone wealth and having a home, and I've foregone everything because the wicked system that we're in, and I refuse to participate in it many times. And so one time when I was in a deep state of poverty, I hadn't had or spent any money in probably about 2 years. All I was doing was researching genealogy and learning about all my druidic lineages and stuff. And I forswore everything else, and I was eating out of the garbage, and I was committed to the mama. She knows I'm committed. She knows money doesn't mean shit to me. But what I'm praying right now for her, and I pray this for everybody, is that we all get to quit doing stupid bullshit and working for the system, and we get to be abundant and wealthy by teaching the mother's mysteries and living true to her values. And so this is a poem I wrote about that in 2014 when I was dire poverty. And I wrote this poem. This shows you the power of words. I wrote this poem, and then within 6 months, I was making, you know, $10,000 a month with the ganja and with the medicine. And so I consider that a powerful spell. And so that's what I'm sharing with everyone. I might have to just print it to my Instagram because I only got 17 seconds left. But we're gonna see how magic works and how poetry and the mother's gifts work for us and bless us and heal us. So that's just a little introduction to how this all works. And I wanted to say a lot more, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do a second one.